Very good.
Great job, Shan. I wish I could play the piano as well as you. Now we have our first medley dance. This group of performers is the youngest group of the night, with ages ranging from just 4 to 7 years old.
After ruling the city of Ayodhya for many years, King Dashrath decided to retire and give the throne to his son Ram. Everyone in the town was overjoyed to hear the news, but one woman did not like this. She was Mantra. the maid, servant of Queen Gege. She carried the news of Ram's coronation to Gege. Gege was so happy to hear it that she even removed her pearl necklace and gave it to Mantra.
Gege, you are a fool. Do you know what will happen when Ram becomes king? Kaushalya will become the king's mother and you will become the slave. No one will ever care for you or your son Bharat. Do you remember the 2 wishes that King Dashrath had offered you? Now is your chance to make those wishes and ask the king to make Bharat the new king instead of Ram, and then send Ram to the forest for 14 years.
The story of 2 wishes goes back many years. King Dashrath was fighting in the war and Queen Gege was accompanying him. During the fight, the wheel of Dashrath's chariot became loose. Gege knew that if the wheel fell off, they would both be in great danger. So she put her finger in the hole of the wheel's axle and kept the wheel in its place. The king came to know what she had done after the war. She was so grateful that she promised her 2 wishes. Now on Mandra's advice, Gege decided to make use of those wishes. The king was shocked to see her like this.
What is the matter? Why are you sitting like this?
You owe me 2 wishes, do you remember?
Oh yes, I am always truthful to my word.
Well then listen, crown my son Bharat the new king instead of Ram, and banish Ram to the forest for 14 years.
I will make Bharat the king, but please do not take Ram away from me. I cannot live without him.
The king was very shocked to hear this. He joined his hands and begged for mercy.
I will make Bharat the king, but do not take Ram away from me. I cannot live without him.
But Gege showed no mercy. The king was unbearable. The king became unconscious. The next morning when Ram came to see his parents, Dashrath's condition was very weak. Ram went to speak to his stepmother, Gege.
Ram, your father has granted me 2 wishes. Will you keep your father's promises?
You know I will. I would never lie.
Well then listen, your father orders you to live in the forest for 14 years and for your brother Bharat to become king in your place.
Well then I will gladly go to the forest.
Saying this, Ram pulled off his royal ornaments and handed it to Gege. Sita and Lakshman heard the news and came as fast as they could.
Ram, I can't live without you. I'm coming with you.
Brother, I will come with you as well.
Ram wanted both to stay at home, but Sita and Lakshman were both firm in their decision. The news that Ram, Sita, and Lakshman were going to the forest spread in the city like wildfire. Everybody loved Ram so much.
Ram, Ram, Ram!
Mere beta Ram, mere Ram, mere Ram.
Ram knew he had no choice but to fulfill his father's promise, and left to the forest. Back at the palace in Ayodhya, Gege was bubbling with joy. She couldn't wait to talk to her son Bharat.
Bharat, aren't you happy that I've won this kingdom for you?
I do not want this kingdom. How dare you think anyone other than Ram is fit to be king? How will we live without him?
Bharat started out in the chariot to bring Ram back. Gege realized what a bad deed she had done, and called Kaushalya and Sumitra to come with her. Together, they followed Bharat in the search for Ram. Ram was far away in the hills of Chitrakoot. As soon as Bharat saw Ram, he fell at Ram's feet with tears flowing down his cheeks.
You are the true king, Ram. I am only acting as a servant. Please take back the crown and make us all happy.
Listen to me, Bharat. We must honor the words of our father. He gave you the crown and me the forest.
No, Ram, no. The crown is meant for you.
Please, Ram, I didn't mean for this to happen. Please come back home.
But Ram was firm as a rock.
I have an idea. Give me your sandals, and I will put them on the throne, which is rightfully yours.
Ram accepted the request. He gave his wooden sandals to Bharat and made a solemn vow.
These sandals will represent Sri Ram by resting on his throne. I will wait here patiently for him to return from his 14 years of exile.
Bharat did not stay in the palace. He lived in a hut outside of the city Ayodhya, ruling his state in the name of Ram with Ram's wooden sandals on the throne. After 13 years of moving from village to village, ashram to ashram, Ram, Lakshman, and Sita built a small hut and lived peacefully in the forest of Panchvati. One afternoon, Ram was sitting and meditating. A woman stepped up to him and began to stare. She tried to get his attention by shaking her bangles.
I am Surpanka. My brother Ravan is the king of Lanka. I have come here to ask you a question.
I am Ram. What can I possibly do for you?
I wanted to know if you were here in the forest alone.
No, my wife Sita and my brother Lakshman are here with me. Why do you ask?
I think we make the perfect couple. We should marry immediately. Don't you agree?
No, I'm married to Sita and I only want to be married to one woman.
Fine. Then who is that?
That's my brother Lakshman.
I'm looking for a husband.
Now, why would you want to be married to me? I'm the only servant of Ram. If you marry me, then you'll have to be a servant as well.
What? How dare you both reject me? You would rather be married to a simple girl like her, even though I'm such a perfect princess?
Surpanka was filled with rage. She was determined to seek revenge. She was so angry that she grabbed Sita and began to strangle her. Lakshman couldn't believe his eyes. He pulled out his sword and swung it at Surpanka.
My nose! You will be sorry you ever insulted me. Mark my words, you will pay for this.
Surpanka was so angry that she was determined to seek revenge. She went to her brother Ravan's palace.
Ravan, you must punish them. Look at what they have done to me.
Who did this? Why?
This is the doing of Ram and Lakshman. They are King Dashrath's sons from Ayodhya. Ram refused to marry me.
I've heard enough. How dare they treat my sister this way? Don't worry, I have a plan.
The next day, Sita saw a golden deer grazing far off in the distance.
Ram, I want that deer. Please bring it to me, alive or dead.
Promise me, Lakshman, you'll wait here and stay with Sita. Do not leave her alone.
I promise.
Ram set out with his bow and arrow to catch the deer. The deer led Ram deep into the forest. Ram shot his arrow at it. As soon as it struck, the deer let out a loud cry.
Help, Lakshman, help, help.
You are not a deer, you are Rakshash.
There was a cry from the hut.
Who is that crying for help? Lakshman, I think Ram is in danger. You have to help him.
Sita, Ram gave me orders. I can't leave you here.
Your brother is calling for help. You have to go.
Lakshman drew a line outside the hut with his arrow and told Sita not to cross it. Then he went out and searched for Ram. Soon after Lakshman left, a sadhu came to the hut and begged for charity.
Please give me some food. I'm very hungry.
Sita stretched out her arm to offer a plate, and the sadhu caught hold of her arm and dragged her with force and disappeared into the jungle. The sadhu was none other than Ravan, the Rakshas, the king of Lanka. He deceived a clever plan and sent a servant in the form of a golden deer while he captured Sita.
Ha ha ha!
When Ram and Lakshman returned, they found the hut empty. they started to hunt for Sita. While wandering in the forest, they saw a vulture lying down and badly wounded.
Ravan, the king of Lanka, has carried Sita away. I tried to stop him, but he cut my wings off, and now I am dying.
These were his last words. Ram and Lakshman thanked him and proceeded further. While wandering in the forest in search for Sita, Ram and Lakshman became friends with the monkeys. Hanuman was the leader of the monkeys. He was very intelligent and very great in strength.
Hey, that's over there. No. That's a, hey, the monkey's over there. You gotta go to the monkey. Look at Johnny over there. There's a monkey over there. Here we go. Open that. There. I mean, open there, monkey.
Don't worry, Sri Ram. I'm determined to find out where Ravan has kept Sita. I will help you find her. I have faith in you, Hanuman. Here is a ring. Give this to Sita, and you were sent by me.
With his army, Hanuman set out to search for Sita. They crossed rivers, hills, and valleys. At last, they reached the seashore. They saw an island far away in the sea. That island was the city of Lanka, the capital of the Rakshas king Ravan. The army did not have the strength to cross the sea. But Hanuman took the challenge. He jumped off the mountain and landed safely on the land of Ravan. Hanuman looked for Sita in all the houses of Ravan. Finally, he found her at Ravan's royal garden, which was a lonely place far away from all other places.
I am Hanuman. I have been sent by Ram to look for you. This is a ring to prove it.
Sita knew immediately that he was a messenger from Ram. After endless questions about Ram and Lakshman, she gave a jewel from her hair to give to Ram. The task was fulfilled. Hanuman screamed with joy, destroying the land of Ravan. Ravan was very angry when he heard this. He sent a great army against him. Hanuman knew no fear and turned himself in to be brought before Ravan.
I order you to tie rags on his tail, pour oil on it, and burn it.
Ravan's men followed orders. They set his tail on fire. Hanuman set fire to all of Ravan's rooftops. Soon the great city of Lanka was reduced to ashes, except the royal garden where Sita was. Amazingly, Hanuman was completely unhurt. Hanuman jumped back across the sea to Ram and gave him the jewels sent by Sita. Ram was so happy, he warmly embraced Hanuman.
Yes, Ravan tried to put my tail on fire and burn me to death. But I used my tail and burned the whole city down except for where Sita was kept.
She's fighting.
I'm very grateful for your help, and now I'll go to war against Ravan.
Huge armies were formed and they set out towards Lanka. Ram ordered his servants to build a bridge across the sea. One by one, the whole army went across the sea and reached Lanka. Ravan's servants took the news to Ravan.
The monkey who burned down our city is back.
Go catch him and drown him in the sea.
This time he's not alone. He brought a whole army with him and he's building a bridge across the sea.
Hi.
Then prepare our army.
I knew they were going to fight.
One by one, all of Ravan's warriors were defeated at last.
give her something.
Ravern entered the battlefield.
Let's fight!
Ram's victory over Ravern is why we celebrate Dussehra. Ram and Lakshman and Sita completed 14 years in the forest. Now it was time to return home.
Ram, Lakshman, Sita coming home. Ram, Lakshman, Sita coming home. Ram, Lakshman, Sita coming home. Ram, Lakshman, Sita coming home. Ram, Lakshman, Sita coming home. Ram, Lakshman, Sita coming home.
At once, Ayodhya was full of preparation to give a warm welcome to Ram. The city was decorated with flowers and it was filled with lights. The lighting of lamps signifies the removal of darkness. This is why we celebrate Diwali, the festival of lights. As soon as Ram was seen from a distance, Bharat ran in front of him and fell at his feet.
Oh Ram, the true king, you have returned.
Saying this, he put Ram's sandals before him. Ram accepted them. Now Ram was king and Sita was queen. His reign over Ayodhya was called Ram Rajya, and everybody lived in peace, and everybody had everlasting happiness.
What a great job.
Thank you.
से आया मैं तो तुझको रोकेगा कौन और गाय को मेरा मूड में डांस करेगा किसी का डैडी से